If you're struggling to lose your gut, do this. I went from chubby to 6-pack lean for this summer, and I did it by changing 3 things in my lifestyle, which I will share in this video. The first change I made was I started eating more protein. So yesterday I was in the kitchen talking with my dad about fitness, and I asked him like, what are your fitness goals right now? What do you think is the hardest? I wanted to see if I could help him out. And he said the hardest part is not eating too much, not eating too many calories without like getting hungry. And I told him, try eating more protein. That's the advice I gave him, because protein makes you feel full. So if you eat more protein, it will be harder to overeat because you will feel full. You won't even want to eat more. Let's say you have lunch and you have a lot of chicken. You will get full pretty quickly from that chicken because it's a lot of protein. So you will stay full for hours. It's a small chance that you will want to snack on something and that you will overeat during that lunch, that you will eat too much chicken. It's pretty impossible to eat too much chicken. So if you would have chicken and rice, then you want to have mainly chicken. You want to have a lot of chicken, 70% of the plate, then only 30% or 40% with the like vegetables and rice or potatoes, whatever you eat with the chicken. So that's the first benefit of having protein, but it also builds muscle. And when you have more muscle, you burn more calories. And you want to be in a calorie deficit if you want to lose fat. And building muscles helps with that, because your body will burn more calories throughout the day. Then also when your body digests protein, you burn more calories, because protein is harder to digest than carbs and fats. So protein has so many benefits. It also gives you more energy. If you just think of when you have had a lot of carbs, let's say bread, pasta, compared to when you have like a lot of meat, you're much more energetic when you have more meat. You feel like a man, you feel like a warrior, you're ready to hit the gym. You can work better at your business or job. So protein is very powerful. And one rule I follow is I have at least 60% of my plate with high protein foods. So mostly like ground beef, steak, chicken, eggs. Those are the best high protein foods. But also like Greek yogurt is a very good one to have like for breakfast or have used with your lunch. If you want some sauce, instead of having some bullshit sauce with a lot of calories, seed oils, have some Greek yogurt. That is what I do. But that's the rule I follow. 60% of my plate with high protein foods. So start following that rule if you want to lose fat. You're probably not eating 60% of your plates with high protein foods right now. You probably have like 30%. That's what most people do, because the media, the news, they say meat is bad. Have more carbs, have more vegetables, but that's a scam. If you want to lose fat, you need to have much more protein than the normal recommendations. Because imagine this, the average man nowadays is fat. It's normal to be fat. So you can't eat in a normal way. You can't take the normal advice, which they say half of your plate with vegetables, then some carb, then like a fourth with carbs, and then a fourth with protein. No, at least half of your plate with protein, 60-70% with high protein foods. And for breakfast, I only have protein. I have 5 eggs. That's my breakfast. Nothing else. 5 eggs, I scramble them in some butter. That's my breakfast. So if you have breakfast, have only protein. Greek yogurt, eggs. Those are the best options for breakfast. And you can eat in this way even if you're super busy. If you're an entrepreneur or executive, or you have a really busy job, like you still eat food throughout the day, right? Then you just need to change how you eat. It doesn't take extra time to eat more protein. Don't make any excuses. Start eating like this today. More protein. You can even order ground beef or chicken or steak if you don't have time to cook it yourself. And you can continue to eat the same meals you're eating right now. But just when you eat, you take more of the meat. Let's say at dinner you have chicken and potatoes. Then you just start eating more chicken and less potatoes. Very easy. And if you're out at a restaurant or like having a business dinner, you just eat less of the carbs and more of the protein. So you can follow this rule whenever you eat something, wherever you are. Just look with your eyes and make sure you're having 60% of your plate with high protein foods. And by the way, if you are a business entrepreneur, executive, or professional, you can get a free coaching call with me right now, where I will give you some personal advice to help you lose fat. I'm doing this only right now to get some testimonials. I have already over 20 video testimonials. But yeah, if you're interested, click the top link in the description. The second change I made was eating less. So when I wanted to lose fat a few months ago, I started having only 3 meals a day. Before I could have breakfast, lunch and dinner, but also something in between, like a smaller meal between lunch and dinner or something small after dinner. But when I wanted to lose fat, I started only having 3 and nothing in between. I made that a rule so I wouldn't like snack or have some small meal in between, because that adds up. It adds up the calories. If you eat a sandwich between your meals, or maybe if you have some cookies or some ice cream, like that shit adds up. So a rule I made for myself was 3 meals only, breakfast, lunch and dinner, nothing in between, to help me get in less calories. And then also for my breakfast, lunch and dinner, I started having only 1 portion. Before I could have like 2 portions because I can eat a lot, but I made a rule, only 1 portion, one solid portion. That's how I'm gonna eat. So I keep my calorie intake low without needing to track, because yeah, I have never tracked my calories. I mostly like track with my eyes and yeah, make adjustments along the way if I think it's needed. I can keep my calorie intake low if I have 3 meals a day and only like 1 portion. I know that will help me be in a calorie deficit. And if I'm not even losing fat from that, then I just look if I have some calorie dense foods which I'm eating, cut that out, or I just make my portions even smaller. But start eating like that. No more than 3 meals a day. You can have even 2 if you want, but breakfast, lunch and dinner, that's the usual. You can continue to eat like that, but make sure they are high in protein and you only have like 1 plate. Very simple rule. And then you don't have anything in between. And to help you not snack in between meals, because I know you can get hungry and want to eat something or like get some cravings, then drink water. Drink like a lot of water to help you be full. Coffee also very powerful to keep that hunger down, because I have a late breakfast. I eat breakfast pretty late. So in the morning when I'm working on my business, I used to have like a lot of water, a lot of coffee. Actually, some water right here. And that helps me like keep the hunger down. So the next time if you want to snack in between some meal, let's say you want to grab a sandwich or you want some cookie, a fruit, whatever you want to eat, drink water. Have like 1-2 glasses of water and see the difference. And I know you work a lot, you work long days, you work hard. It's easy to stress eat and like binge eat because you're stressed out, you want to eat something to relax, to handle like your emotions. If you're doing that right now, let's say after a long day of work, you want to have some ice cream or like drink some alcohol, things like that. Then when you feel like doing it, go for a walk instead. That's something I do. Like when I've worked a lot on my business, let's say I'm like stressed out, I just go for a 5-minute walk around the neighborhood and that really helps. I come back, I'm fresh, I can continue work and be much more focused. So do that instead of just like stress eating or drinking. Or you can just do some push-ups. That also works. That's something I also do. Just go down, go to failure. And it's something special about just getting exhausted and like moving. You feel so good after. So try that out. The third change I made was I started doing cardio. Imagine if you want to get more money. You want to get more money on your account. Then an easy thing you can do is you start saving more. You cut some expenses. And then to even get more money to your account, you start earning more money. The same thing with the cardio and fat loss. You start by eating less, getting in less calories, then you start doing cardio to even burn more calories and be in a even bigger calorie deficit, so you lose even more fat. So when I wanted to lose fat before the summer, I started running 3 times a week. And yeah, that helped me. I was just burning much more calories from doing that. And then also another benefit from cardio is that it will improve your brain. You will be much more focused, productive, have better energy, so you can work better on your business, at your job, and have like less stress too. So cardio is very powerful. And you don't need to run. You don't need to do like intense cardio. Walking is great, because I know if you're a bit heavy, you have some fat you want to lose, then running can be very difficult. Your body can hurt, your knees, all that. Walking is very like low effort. You just go for a walk. So 60 minutes a day, that's a very good amount to get those steps in. Try get at least like 10 10k steps a day. That's just like a simple rule to follow. And if you work at a desk, maybe you're home, you're running your own business, then having a under desk treadmill is very powerful. So you basically have this like a small treadmill at your desk, and then you can walk on it when you have meetings, calls, even like when you're writing something. You can have like voice to text. You can even like get some like voice to text tool. So you're like talking and yeah, the computer is writing for you. But that's a very powerful thing if you're working at a desk. Get an under desk treadmill. And if that's not possible, then just choose a time throughout the day where you go for a walk. It can be at the end of the day, maybe like you work all day, then you have dinner, and then yeah, instead of just chilling in the couch or looking at social media or something, you can go for a walk. You can do it with your wife, your kids, everyone will be much more healthier. Or just do it alone, listen to a podcast. But make it a routine so you become like consistent with it. And it's actually a very nice thing to do, like walking. I enjoy it. The only thing is that it takes time to do it. It's time demanding to walk for 60 minutes. But it's powerful. Sometimes you need to do sacrifices. It's like 1 hour you spend walking, but it's actually a high return on investment. You become healthier. You don't risk getting like a heart attack. You lose fat. You like your body more. You become more confident. You have much more energy, better focus. You feel like stronger. You feel better in yourself. So it's actually like worth it. Losing fat is gonna be hard. It's gonna be times when you don't want to do things. But it's a life changer. Going from having fat to then being like 6-pack lean, and then also like building some muscle. It's a life changer. It will literally change your life. And if you want help with that, making the transformation, you can get a free coaching call with me right now. If you're a business entrepreneur, executive, or professional, and you want to get lean and muscular in a simple way that guarantees results, then go book a free coaching call with me right now. I will give you some help on the call, and at the end you will get a chance to work with me if I think it makes sense. I have over 20 video testimonials of people I have helped. Top link in the description if you want that. And then check out my honest advice to someone that wants to lose fat right here and become Jack Butter.